So, are you gonna do the intro?
Sure, I do the intro. I don't know how to do it, but sure. So welcome everybody.
Okay, well,
Uh,
okay, yeah, well, sorry.
what were you gonna
I,
say? Sorry, no, go ahead.
I forgot we were recording already. I thought we weren't.
Oh, okay. But are we?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Three, two, one. Hello, welcome everybody to Everything Good Now. Justin and I will be discussing some topics today. Um, how you doing, Justin?
Doing okay. Okay for now. We'll see how the mood changes throughout this hectically.
These weird times, aren't they?
Yeah, very weird times.
Yeah, this is very unusual. I don't. I didn't expect this to happen, especially this year.
I didn't think it would happen this long.
This long, yeah.
Yeah,
But it seems like this year has actually bringing interesting stuff. Now it tends to happen every 4 years. Every leap year tends to be a travel year. I don't know if you heard about it.
I have heard of that. It's interesting.
Yeah, every 4 years or every leap year, uh, interesting things happen. So I don't know. There is a YouTube trailer about 2016. Of course, it's not a real movie. It's just a trailer, like trying to make fun of it. 2016 years because it was a tough year. It was a year where
I
a
forgot what
bunch of
happened that year.
celebrities die. Huh?
Oh, I forgot what happened that year.
Yeah, a lot of celebrities dies. The Harambe thing. Remember
Oh,
the big monkey. What would you call that?
the gorilla?
Is it, the gorilla. There you go.
Yeah.
The gorilla died, and then Trump was elected. A lot of people were upset about that. So a bunch of people called like it was a tough year, and then now look at that. 4 years after, we have. I think this year is tougher.
It's just we haven't
Yeah, this
gotten a
year
break
has.
from anything.
Well, it's thing after thing after thing. So in January it was World War III, and then there you go. We are now the coronavirus. It seems that this month, have you heard about the murder hornets?
Yeah, I actually knew about them for a while ago from a video I
Yeah.
watched.
hmm
Yeah. My question is how the hell they got in America.
Well, I personally believe it's because all the shipping they do from Asia to the
Yeah,
coast,
that makes sense.
they got to Washington, and they also got to Vancouver, and well, I guess those are ports, and then all the shipment that actually comes on the big boats and stuff, they basically come from Asia. So I assume that's how they came to America. But it's still I have never respected the quarantine, and I'm sorry if I'm breaking the law. I've never respected the quarantine. I usually go out and stuff like that. But this thing will actually make me stay home. There's no way I'm going out.
I don't think it's as deadly as I don't think it's gonna like infest America. I don't think it's as deadly as people think. Like
hmm
there's this guy I watched on YouTube last year. Um, it's called Brave Wilderness. He would actually take like different insects, and he would get
hmm
stung by them to see which is the most deadliest like sting. So he would work
Okay.
his so he started with like fire ants, and he moved his
hmm
way up, and there's like some really deadly insects in there, but I didn't know. And last year he
hmm
actually found the murder hornet and he got stung by it.
hmm
And it was a really bad reaction that he got.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he said that as long as you like admire it from a distance, not admire
hmm
it, but like just keep a distance from it, you'll be totally fine.
They were totally fine.
I
Well,
think
I guess
they,
somehow like fleas, yeah.
well, I guess there's always a chance that you could be unlucky, but
hmm
from what I know, they attack like honeybees and all that, like their hives.
hmm
So they basically go into
Yes,
their hive and they just take it over, I guess.
take it over. Now, what I've read is that they don't. specifically go for humans, but if humans bother them, they will attack,
Yeah.
and then few stings of them will actually kill you. I saw this video about this. One of them went into a hive, and then she was about to attack, but then all the bees they gathered together, and then they all I guess aggressively attacked the hornet, but they didn't attack like stinging. They just gathered together to cover the hornet to the point that it was so warm that she died. The hornet died actually.
Oh, really?
There was no way. Yeah, there were too many bees. Too many. It's like a crowded. Like imagine yourself. Like I don't know. Like a tall guy try to hit somebody, and then everybody comes around and just start stepping on him, and then like crowding him so much that the guy there is no way he can breathe, and then he dies. Something like that.
Yeah.
I saw another video of this hornet attacking a rat.
I saw that too.
You saw that one.
Yeah, that was like those things are
Quite
pretty.
scary, yeah.
They're actually scary. They actually look like aliens in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a little. Well, there you go. You see, now that the aliens apparently are a thing, it's not a taboo, it's not a myth anymore. That apparently there was a UFO, and then you see these things. I don't know if they're aligned. Could they possibly be aligned?
What are they lying?
Aligned in the sense like connected.
Oh, like the murder hornets?
No, 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 they wouldn't be aligned. Just
Yeah.
joking, but it's funny how all these situations are happening in just like 1, 2, 3 months. All these type of problems are actually gathering together, and I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon.
Yeah.
Um, I saw another video about a mantis, religious mantis. She actually got one of the hornets, and the mantis ate the head of a hornet.
Yeah, mantises
The
are actually
entire.
scary.
Yeah, yeah, the religious mantis. So,
Like I see them eating snakes and everything.
oh really? Snakes.
Was it a snake or was it like a lizard or something? It fought a lizard in one.
Hmm.
It
But
was.
who was gonna think, huh?
Hmm?
Mantis, they don't look dangerous at all.
They don't, but I wouldn't mess with
They
one.
might be. Well, they might be.
I just don't mess with insects in general.
Well, let me tell you something. I don't like insects. I
I don't either.
think I don't deal with that. That's one of the reasons I don't go camping. I don't like dealing with insects. I don't think it's safe to deal with insects. I know there are people who love insects. I can't. I really can't.
With me, it's just a showing. If I'm with people and I'm like outside, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, it's an insect. But like if I'm alone
Hmm.
at home and I see a spider, I'm like, oh my god. It takes me like 10 minutes to kill one tiny spider.
Well, yeah, no, I believe you, and also I don't know. It's just mainly the fact that these things can actually I don't know go into your head like to say for example they can go into your ears, they can
Yeah.
go in mouth, and oh my god, no.
Do you,
I've heard about cases.
cases?
Yeah, like what were you gonna say?
Oh, do you believe apparently that when you're sleeping, spiders crawl in your mouth every year or something?
I'm not sure if I can believe that, but
I
it's
don't, I
really
think it would
tough.
wake you up.
Well, some people have heavy sleep. I've heard this story once. My dad told me when he was in New York. They were really tired, right? They came from work really late, and then he got to the house where he was staying at. He was there was another guy who was sleeping. He didn't notice there was a rat on top of his face.
On its
This
face.
guy was yeah. This guy was so tired he wouldn't even notice this rat was there. It was my dad who noticed that. I had to like freaking take it away. But I've heard and I've seen the videos about insects inside the ears of people, and then they're trying to take all these
Yeah.
insects and stuff like that, huh?
I,
No, I don't. I don't like bugs.
I was on Instagram once and it was a picture of this ear. So I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
what's happening with this? So a doctor poured some liquid inside and this
Hmm.
freaking huge spider crawled down. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, there you go.
Mm. I have to say, like, one one of the things that got me, I guess, better like accustomed to like insects in my house, like
Hmm.
that what's the word I'm looking for? That
Hmm.
conquered my fear was one time there was
Yeah.
a bee nest outside our house or something.
Hmm.
So my dad saw it. There was like 20 bees in there, so it was okay. I'm just gonna seal it off. Nothing's gonna happen. So the next day, I swear to God, there's like 50 bees hitting the wall and everything trying to get in. And it was like some of them came inside. I don't know if you remember, it was on my Snapchat. It was like every day there
Yeah,
was
I think
there was
I
like
think I
a
saw it.
bunch of bees in my house that I had to kill like every day. And that
Well,
sort of helped me a lot.
do you like bees? I personally don't like bees. Now I'm not against them. Like I think they're necessary.
Mm.
I just don't like bees, and I don't like to be around bees.
I'm just
Um,
neutral about them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I can't deal with that. Like I
I've
have
never
to step away.
I've never been stung by a bee, so
Well, I once by accident ate one.
hey, how do you?
So I was eating a soup and I didn't notice the bee like just jump into the soup, and then I went to take like I don't know, like a spoon of soup, like I was gonna do it, and I did it, and then over the sudden I taste something horrible, and when I actually chew, this thing actually stings in my mouth, like
Oh,
it's stinging inside of it. I was like, oh my god, and I see, yeah, it's a bee, a freaking bee, and then I had like, and then my mouth was all swollen.
oh man,
Yeah,
what was this?
I was back home in Colombia.
Yeah, the
The,
most
the
traumatic,
weather over there is different. Hmm?
the most traumatic experience I've had wasn't really
Hmm.
traumatic. I was drinking like fruit punch or something, and a bee just flew into it, and I just dropped it. I was a kid.
No, I truly wouldn't. Um, like I don't know. I love summer. I really love being outside, but when it's a matter of bees or things like that, like I've seen those insects, like huge insects that they're trying to fly around me. I'm like, man, like I know they're supposed to be insects and they're supposed to be small, but still, like no, man, like I'm
Some
like
of
no,
them are
man.
like the
I'm
size of your
sorry.
hand.
Yeah, man. Like no, 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 no. I'd rather dealing with something else that is more manageable. Those fish can fly, and they can actually they have a perfect type of fly where they can be faster. Sometimes they can be slow, and you don't know what to expect. So,
I was at my cottage once, and there's a
hmm,
dock. It's a really old dock, so I went to the end. I was looking at the water,
yeah.
doing whatever, doing what Justin does. And then I try to walk back, and I see this. I swear to God, the spider was like this big. I think it was called a deck spider or something. Like it was so big that you can hear when it crawls, and that just creeped me out. I swear I was on the dock for like a good 10 minutes wondering what to do. Like, should I run over it? Should I?
Wow.
Oh man,
You
that.
see all these insects, man, and spiders as well. They are well. I've heard better things about the spiders. Apparently, spiders are good, but I don't know. I guess that's a myth. It's something like people come up with. But I just don't like spiders. I truly don't. I believe.
Apparently, that like if you see like a spider or one of those house bugs in your house, you're supposed to
Mhm.
leave it because it kills other insects. But I don't take
That's
chances.
what I've heard. That's what I've heard. But I'm like, not sure. Like, what if I'm creating actually? What if I'm feeding a monster? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
like
becomes bigger
turns
and
into
bigger, and then
like turns into
it
like a
wants to
murder
eat you
spider.
eventually. No, man, spiders are actually quite scary. There are some spiders that you don't want to mess up with that
Yeah, I would mess
for
with
sure.
that spider.
I've heard the places that they have really strange insects is Australia.
Australia, I'm terrified of Australia. I'll say it,
Yeah.
like with no shame.
So you wouldn't go to Australia.
I mean, I'd go, but it'd be very probably terrifying for me.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
Like
No,
opening
and
the
every
toilet
time.
and seeing like a snake.
Oh my god, that would be like no. That'd be that'd be really tough. Like you actually go. I've heard the story of
I mean, it
somebody
wouldn't
was telling me that.
it wouldn't like
Yeah, what you
terrify
said?
me. It would just be very inconvenient for me.
Yeah, no, it is. I've heard the story of someone telling me that they went to spend Christmas over there, right? well, Christmas is I think it's a little harder than here in Canada. And then the very first night over there in the friend's house, in the garage, there is a snake, huge snake, apparently one of the most poison snakes in the world. They had to deal with that the very first day in Australia
Oh man.
in the garage. It's tough. It's tough dealing with that crap. I'm like, I don't know. Like there
I
are
think
places who actually struggle with those things.
I think it's just
Yeah,
the venomous stuff that would kind of worry me.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's the venom. It's the poison that you can actually get out of that. And you're not fast enough, you can die. Or
Yeah.
anybody who's around, like how do you react to a situation, and then you have to call 911. They're slow enough. The poison actually injects itself to the body and then start reacting, paralyzes you, and then that's it. There you go. You couldn't do anything about it. I'm like, oh my god, that should be scary,
That would
man.
suck. Like I saw this one video of a guy who lives in South Africa. He went into
Hmm.
this room and there's like one of the most poisonous snakes on his nightstand next to his bed.
Okay.
Yeah, and he had to like he had to take like the those clamp things they use for snakes.
Yeah.
So he picked it up and he just threw it outside.
Oh, he didn't kill it.
He didn't kill it, he just threw it outside.
I don't know, man. I'll be hesitant. I'll be like, should I kill it?
It's like
Maybe.
even the, I don't know, I would have that mentality too. It's like even in the trees and stuff, they can like fall down and I can imagine if they fall down they're not gonna be happy. But the first person they see if you fall out of a tree.
It falls in your hair, on your hand,
I'd
or
be
something,
pretty
you know.
upset if I fell out of a tree. Well,
Well, I'll be pretty upset as well. But man, come on, like you have to be really unlucky for
mhm.
you to be walking the street and then out of nowhere, spider falls onto you and then it stings you and then that's it.
I
And
think
that's the end of it.
when I look back, I think I've been pretty fortunate with like situations like that. Like I've never broken a bone or anything.
Hmm.
I haven't really had any. I've never been to a hospital either, so
Oh,
let's
lucky you.
let's hope nothing happens like next week.
Well, it doesn't have to be that dramatic. Uh, but yeah, no. In hospitals, they're a tough place to be at. So they're tough. Like you've never been to hospital like as a patient. Have you visited
As a
some? Have
patient, I
you
mean.
been visiting?
As a patient, I mean, I've
Yeah.
never been. Yeah, but I visited before.
Uh-huh. Yes. No, I've been both, like visiting as a patient too. The last time that I was hospitalized because of my stomach was last year, February. And
Yeah.
it's really sometimes it's really tough for people who's around you, you know. And but nurses actually they do a pretty good job, and they treat you well and everything. They help you out a lot. But it's not a it's not a place to be at. Although when I was there, I felt like it was vacations though.
Did you?
Yeah, well, I was receiving any type of food, so I was receiving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus anything that I would wanted to ask. So if I asked ice cream, which was the main thing that I would ask, they would bring ice cream or popsicles or things like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I found that cool. I was like,
I
yeah.
heard Sick Kids really takes care of the patients there.
Say that again.
Sick Kids Hospital, apparently they really take care of their patients.
Yeah, yeah.
Like one of my friends, he
That's
went a couple years ago, like when he was a kid, they gave him
mhm.
like a Nintendo DS and everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've heard that that's Harvard of for nurses
Huh?
to get a yeah, that's Harvard for nurses to get into CKITS.
Oh, is
Uh,
it?
well, apparently it's a really good hospital.
Yeah,
I've heard really good things about it.
I can
I've
imagine it's
heard
hard to
really,
get in.
really good things. I have a bunch of friends who are actually nurses. Like most of my friends actually went to nursing.
It's nice to get into. I can imagine.
Oh yeah, I was telling you that the nurses they get really well, their schedule is really different from us. It's a interesting schedule because they have 4 days working straight. So 2 days morning, 2 days night shift, and then 5 days off straight. It's a very interesting schedule because I mean you get 5 days to do
I'm
nothing, 4 days to work.
My mom's sister is an aunt. Sorry, my mom's sister is a nurse. My aunt.
Uh-huh.
And I think I remember her talking about that.
Hmm.
Kind of seems familiar now.
Yes. Well,
I wonder why though. They,
I'm not sure either. I don't know why is that, but
maybe they need
it's
nurses
a really
24.
interesting schedule.
Yeah, it is. Would you prefer a schedule like that?
I'm not sure. Um, I know their sleep time is really messed up.
Yeah.
It is messed up because 2 days you have to be 7 to 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then 2 days straight you have to be 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I don't think that's good for your health. Even
I'd be
though
thinking.
they protect the health of people, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Paradoxically, I'm not sure if that's really good for you.
It would be pretty tough to do that.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Like I can barely stick to one schedule.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's really tough. Would you rather that schedule? Like, what do you think about the schedule?
Oh, the 5 days off in a row seems nice to me.
Hmm. I guess you have one day to sleep the whole day,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you want to spend your day sleeping.
How does that? So for one week you're doing like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and the next is then 5 days off and then 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
No, so how it works is that let's say for example you start Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Monday, Tuesday is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and then you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday
How does that
off,
work though? If
and
you're
then you start
working
one.
if you're working 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday and then on Wednesday you have to do 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Isn't that basically 24 hours?
No, because you work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday and Tuesdays until 7 p.m., right?
Yeah.
The next day on Wednesday you do 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
I see.
Tuesday you finish at night, and then Wednesday you start at night, and you finish
Okay.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Next day, something.
I'm just an idiot.
You're not an idiot. No, it's confusing. It might be confusing, but yeah, that's how it works.
That makes sense now.
Um, yeah, it's a different schedule. It's a tough schedule, I guess. But you get to enjoy the 5 days off. Now,
Hmm.
most of my friends that actually are nurses, I guess they sleep, but it's not like a big deal. Like in sense of like, I guess they're used to it. They're used to the schedule. They don't have to sleep that much. If it was me, I probably have to sleep a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to be very active, very like you. It's not a type of your job that you actually have. You get to go to sleep late and then wake up early and then you'll be fine. Like yeah, you're sleepy, you'll be fine because you have to be really active and really aware of everything that is going on. You're actually dealing with people's health, and if you mess up, you can kill the patient.
Yeah, that's another
Negligently.
thing.
So that's why they have to take it so seriously. Yet they manage to do well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, different situation. It's something for people who actually like that. If you don't like that, you don't do that.
I guess the main thing is getting used to it.
Yeah, that's the main thing to get used to it. And even university is not easy. My one of my roommates actually, I had to see him going through university, and he struggled a lot. The good thing with him is that he was really disciplined, and he really put the effort he had to. But the struggle that he actually was going through was real. Like it was a real struggle. It's not an easy career to actually go through university, definitely. And then if you don't like it, believe me, it's gonna be hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess mainly for people who are actually passionate working with people and also good at chemistry and biology. Yeah, that's the other
I've
thing.
never taken biology a day in my life.
You didn't biology.
No, I didn't think I could handle it.
You're you're required to take biology back in Colombia. Like it's mandatory, and
It,
that's what I like about the system here.
at grade 10, we do like one unit of biology, but that's it. It's not like a whole semester.
forced to take biology and chemistry and physics if you don't want to. Let's say, for example, in my case, I'm more like social studies. Then you can take history, you can take I don't know, geography and things like that.
Did you do any high school here?
I did finish my high school here, so I finished the high school over there, and then when I came here, I did ESL, and then I ended up finishing all the courses to actually graduate from high school too. So I did high school
Yeah,
twice.
with physics, chemistry, and biology. In grade 10, they do it all in one class.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
I
that's
guess
my
that's how you get to know yourself and say, hey, I like that. Maybe I can actually do something about it.
yeah. They just touched it a bit. Did you
Yes.
dissect anything?
Yeah, I had to dissect a couple frogs.
We did one frog,
Yeah.
and then if you continued like grade 11, 12, I think they did like a pig or something.
Yes, they do it.
Yeah,
They do it big. That's really interesting. I liked it. I like the fact that you have to actually go through those things.
yeah. It's interesting. It was fun. A lot of
Yeah.
people were kind of cringy about it though.
Oh, for sure, you have that. I enjoyed it, even though I'm not a.
I don't remember if they gave us the option to sit out.
You have to take an exam. It's uh, it's really close to the exam they have in the USA. How do you call the exam in the USA that you have to take when you're in grade 11 or 12?
The EQAO.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. In Colombia, it's called ICFE. It's an exam that you have to take, and then based on that exam, some universities evaluate and see if you can get into their university or not.
That's
But
kind of different.
the exam requires you to learn about everything from math, physics, chemistry,
Oh, that's too much.
English, literature, like a bunch of things. I mean, you really get stressed out, and you're
Uh,
like, oh my god.
Ours was only like English and math.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. I love the fact that you have used to do that because I mean, at the end of the day, what else do you need in life, man? English math and basic math. Believe me, basic math. Yeah, you'll figure out things within life. But no, man, they they they, they make you take that, or else you cannot graduate.
Oh wow, that sucks.
Yeah, and I remember I took that and I did horrible.
Like we had the one test in grade 10, this English
The
test. You have to pass that to graduate, but that's about it.
Yeah, I did it that, and
Hmm.
I passed it right away.
Yeah.
The literacy test. Oh, goodness. I truly apologize. Like, anyways,
It's okay.
literacy test. Yes,
Yeah.
I had to do it, and I did it, and I passed it surprisingly. But of course, I was in ESL. They gave me the whole day. When you're not in ESL, I think they give you only like 2 hours. But it's not
Just
that complicated
three
though.
three hours. It wasn't that hard. It was just long, in my opinion.
But it wasn't complicated, was it? Like I remember some people, oh my god, it was so hard, and I was like, I don't know.
No, it wasn't. It was like a reading, and then you take like a 15-minute break, and then nose writing. So you have to write
Yes,
like an essay, a news
an
report, and all that.
essay, like an essay report, like a
Yeah.
question mark, like who, what, where,
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
I remember that, and I passed it right away. I had another friend who
Of course you did.
actually, well, I remember I was an immigrant.
A
I
smart immigrant.
am. I'm still an immigrant.
You're
I
a
had
citizen. Don't say that.
okay, I'm a citizen too, but I passed it. But I had another friend who actually had to take it like 3, 4 times.
But I remember they make us do like a mock test in grade 9, and
Yes,
I think I
I did
failed
that.
that. And
Mm-hmm.
then in grade 10, I just magically passed that one, so
You
I don't
passed
know
that
how
one.
that works.
Yeah, me neither. Because I remember back in Colombia when they make us take that exam that I told you about. They make you take like three simulations of like fake ones, and I passed them all with great marks. So when I
Nice.
went to do the real one, I felt miserably.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's funny how that works. It should be the
Yeah,
opposite.
I thought it could be the opposite, but I believe it was my own fault. I left too fast. I did the exam like in a rush, and I guess I didn't pay attention to it, and it actually cost you deeply. Now there is in Colombia, they also have some public education system where you actually um, you have to do another exam in order to pass it to actually enter into university. And then in Colombia, they have these things. They're called stratos. I don't know how do you call them in English, but if they're based, it's mainly based in the income. So wherever you live, that's your strato. If you the strato that I used to live, it was a strato two, which was a low strato. If you pass to these universities, the prices of university is lower for sure. Like definitely, like it's something really reasonable for you
Well,
to
that's
pay.
cool.
But the exam is really complicated. So I went to do political science and I applied to do political science, and they asked me about math, physics, chemistry, and biology. That was the things that they asked me for. I was like, but this doesn't make sense. Like, how is this possible? Like, I'm about to study or I want to study political science. Why are you asking me about math, physics, chemistry, and biology? Like, I didn't understand it.
I remember because I took chemistry throughout the entire years. For some reason, I don't know why. I thought I needed it. So one of my teachers, he said they were doing this exam. I think it was called like the Avogadro exam or something. It was like a really
Okay.
complicated science exam.
Okay.
So he wanted me to do it. Apparently it was like multiple choice.
Okay.
And but you can't guess stuff because if you get the answer wrong, it minuses 1 point.
Okay.
Yeah, so he wanted us to do it, like our whole class,
Uh
and
huh.
I googled it, and apparently it's like really difficult, and like no, I didn't do it. So when I asked my friends what they
Yeah.
got because they did it, they
Yes.
got like I forgot how much. I think it was like 50 questions. They got like 3 out of 50. Like oh man, it was like
Oh wow.
terrible. Apparently it was that tough. So I'm like, oh, good thing I didn't stress myself with that because they took classes to prepare for it, and I didn't feel like doing that. So I was like, oh, you guys have fun.
Well, yeah, you're supposed. I guess you're supposed to go with the things that you might think is good for you in the sense like, okay, I think I might be here, you know, because I know there are people who like to be led by the passion. Oh, my passion is about this, but what if you suck about that? You know, if you suck, then you might not be good at it. But some people kind of have some type of self-awareness where they can actually understand, okay, I'm good at this, let me try this, and then you just go for it and then they succeed. But it's not for everybody. Like as I said, nursing is not for everybody. I've seen people dropping out nursing because they're like, no. What kind of mistake they I made here? Am I frozen again?
You were for a bit, but you're good now.
I'm good now. Well, now you're great.
I think you are a grader. Oh, we are running out of time.
No, no, no. I'm not running out of time. It's just like, I guess you got frozen. You got gray. Like,
No, no, I meant we're running out of time for the video.
oh, for the video. Okay, okay. Okay. So how left? How much left?
Oh, we're at 40 minutes, so we should
For me. Okay.
we should just
You
wrap up.
you can wrap up. Okay. Well, that's it. This is it.
Well, thanks for watching for this
Yeah. Thanks for,
this
yeah. Thanks for
mono
watching.
my monotone dialogue with Emilio.
Yeah. I think it's fun. It's fun. I think it's fun this way. Let's
Yeah.
see if the other people commit again.
See the committed ones are here again. Unfortunately, George didn't make it for reasons, which is fine. Should be here next time.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed, just come back next week, I guess.
And subscribe, and share with people.
All right. We'll see you next time.
All right.